Good morning from Aulani. It is unfortunately our last full day.
No,
It's a tragedy.
don't say that.
So we've already been down here for a little bit exploring the ocean.
Yeah.
So today we have an Executive Lanai, which is a little different from the Cabana. It's fully outdoors, but we actually already like it more than the Cabana.
Yeah.
It's a much nicer setup.
The fishies.
So we already got our breakfast and we checked into the Lanai and everything, so we'll put all that footage in now. Here is a quick look at our Executive Lanai. So it's a bit different from the Cabana with a much better view. So we have 2 chairs here with a table, 2 of these shaded lounge chairs, so 2 sets of 2, as well as 2 other lounge chairs down here with a table in between underneath an umbrella with direct views of the beach and direct beach access. We have a little staircase right next to the Lanai. Have this nice like turf type carpet here with the Aulani logo, so it's pretty comfortable to walk on, won't get too hot. And then we do have a lockbox just like the Cabana here in the middle where you can set a code. We do have a QR code for our drink menu and poolside bar menu, as well as this cabinet down here has the trash can inside. So really the 1 or 2 big changes is that you don't have the mini fridge here and you don't have the dessert platter in the afternoon, but we'll still get a fruit platter in the morning. But this is by far a much better view, and it's actually cheaper than the Cabana because you don't have the tent above you. But I think so far, initial impressions, we definitely prefer this over the Cabana.
So Zach just went to go get coffee, because that's his morning, daily morning ritual here. But we stopped at Ulu Cafe to get some breakfast items. I got quiche. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like there's bacon on top. But I'm a big quiche fan. I love the one from Topolino at Riviera. So I'm expecting this to be really good as well. And then Zach got tropical oatmeal, which I'm gonna see if I can open this with one hand. There it goes. Oh my god, that's beautiful. It's oatmeal and all these different tropical fruits. I think there's pineapple, papaya, oh my god, mango maybe? There's a whole list on the menu, but from what I could see, there's definitely pineapple and mango, I think, in there. And brown sugar sprinkled on top, and they asked if you wanted to put raisins in there too, but Zach said no, which I don't blame him. Raisins are not the best. But yeah, that's our breakfast with our view, and I'm ready.
Our first destination of the day is the ocean, because we actually have not gone to the ocean yet, and I never went in the ocean during my first visit to Aulani, just because there's so many things to do around the pool. But it'll be nice to see what the ocean's like. And it's not too crowded overall. There's like some big gaps over to the left that we can go into, but it's in like a little bit of like a lagoon type thing, so there aren't really any big waves in here, since the actual ocean's kind of out past the rocks. So the water looks amazing.
Oh my god,
It's just really cold. It felt nice the other night.
I know.
But we only had our feet in it.
It wasn't this cold.
This is chilly. The pools are warmer.
I think the pools are colder.
Really?
Yeah.
It is also May, so I'm sure if you come in like the middle of the summer, it's probably a lot warmer than it is right now. But yeah, it's a little cold.
So we got our lunch. I got chicken tenders. I've gotten this before and they're very good. And instead of fries, I got the Maui onion rings. And it comes with this buttermilk jalapeno dressing or dipping sauce, and it's pretty good. So yeah, that is an overlook of my lunch, and I'm gonna pass it to Zach so he could show his.
And then here is a look at my lunch. I got the ultimate hot dog, which has grilled onions, bacon, and I believe some type of mayo on it. And then I got a side of onion rings again because they're so tasty. I am a big fan of the jalapeno buttermilk dip, although it is a bit spicy. I don't know if Amanda already addressed that, but it's super tasty. And the onion rings are a must-get each day. So this is our view for lunch today. So it's a really nice spot here. We're a big fan of the Lanai. So we just bought day admission to Rainbow Reef because it's our last day and we haven't tried that yet. Now it does close at 3 p.m. each day and it's currently 1:45, so we have a little over an hour, which will probably be more than enough time to explore the reef. I mean, it's a good size, but it's not like anything massive. But we did want to be able to see it because you get to swim with all the tropical fish. So we already have our snorkel gear. Amanda's wearing her vest. And we have the snorkel. And now we're gonna head in up here. I don't know if there's like a limit on how many people can be in there or not, but we'll find out when it's our turn.
My feet are gonna...
We're out at the reef. We had to shower off and inflate our vests. It's definitely a little cold, but we already see some fish. I'm excited. had to do on our last day was, of course, get shave ice. We got Mickey ears with it. Now, we did get it a different day, but we did not get the Mickey ears, so this one's much more photogenic. Yeah. We got the number 4, which includes the condensed milk on top, ice cream on the bottom, and then we got to pick 3 flavors, so we wanted to make it pretty rainbow. So the blue is vanilla, the yellow was pineapple, and the red was guava. So it should be pretty tropical. And we had it the other day and it was super tasty. But we did get different flavors. This one should be different, but probably just as good. So for our last night, we came into the Olelo Room to get some last minute food and drinks. And then throughout the Olelo Room, they have all different wooden sculptures telling you what different words mean in Hawaiian. So it's a super cool looking place in here, but we just ordered a bunch of different appetizers to share. We got some sliders, we got some sushi, a Kahlua pork gratin, we got some drinks, and popcorn fries. So we just got our first round of food. Right here is the popcorn fries, which look really good. They have a truffle oil on them, or wasabi oil. I got the Island Blister drink, so that just come out as well. And I took a sip already, it's really tasty. And here's a look at the Kahlua pork something. Gratin, there it is. And it comes with like a pita bread, it looks like. It smells really good. Next up we have the spicy tuna avocado roll. And I think my favorite part has to be the wasabi in the shape of Mickey, which is an incredible touch, but it looks like a really good sushi roll as well. And the last thing we ordered were a few orders of these sliders, which have an onion, marmalade, some bacon, lettuce, cheese. So, looks pretty good, and we got a bunch of those to the table. We're doing one last little walk around the pool deck before we head back to finish packing. And I don't remember how much I've shown the resort at night, because it is very dark overall. And there's not a whole lot that will show up on camera, but it looks incredible. It's still by far my favorite resort. I will miss it, especially because it's not one we can come to very frequently, but I'm sure we'll be back in a few years. The plan was to come back after 3 years, and then it was 4 years since my last visit, since we delayed a year due to the pandemic. But maybe in another 3 to 4 we'll be back. I hope so. One last walk with the Hawaiian music playing, but we're actually walking to find two very specific menehune that we found on Google in two spots that we have passed all the time, and I've never noticed them, so I must see them in person because I cannot believe we missed them. One was in the lava shack, or by the lava shack, and one was inside the canoe that's in the middle of the lazy river. So the first menehune that we came searching for was at the lava shack. So right there at the bathrooms to the right, and then the actual store is over here to the left. And we found the menehune right here by the surfboard. So if you're looking for him, there he is. They're everywhere. We found a ton in the bushes, but missed that one every time we were here apparently. Good morning. It is now checkout morning. Time to head home. It was a good trip.
It was a good trip. It was the best trip.
It was the best trip. And we'll be back in a couple years, hopefully with DVC points. And then we'll be able to do like the full trip that was originally planned. So typically, like when I came before, we did 2 islands, and then we stopped in California on the way back. And went to Disneyland, which it makes it a little less depressing when you go home to stop at Disneyland.
Yeah.
but at least we're going back to Orlando, and we still have the parks there. So it does make it a little bit easier to go home than when I used to go back to Pennsylvania and had nothing to do. So it could be worse, but we had a great trip. Aulani will certainly be missed. It is by far my favorite resort, and I'm gonna miss it a lot. I'm gonna miss this view.
Same. I know.
It's like all washed out, but the ocean is there. There she is. But so yeah, we have a long travel day ahead of us.
I know.
With our 2 flights. We stop in LA, and then we fly back to Florida. So it should be 12 hours of travel again, which will, I'm sure, be fun, but it was worth it.
From here to LA, is that only 5 hours or 6?
I think it's more split up in the middle, because on the way here we stopped in Texas. Yeah. So it was like 3 hours and then 8 hours, so it's probably more like 5 and 5 now.
Okay, because I know I was like trying to calculate it on the plane last time coming here, because coming from Texas I was like looking at the flight time, and then like right when we were over like LA, like California,
I think we had 5 hours left.
I think we had 5 hours left, so
yep.
We've done that flight before, going to California and then California to Orlando.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
But I'm ready to just be comfortable.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, so we hopefully have all these videos up by the time you see this one, so we have a lot of content to share from this week. Hopefully we were able to share a lot of what we did. The Jurassic Park tour was still one of my favorites, and then of course just every part of being at Aulani is the best. So don't hesitate to leave a comment down below if you have any questions about anything from our trip, and we'll be happy to answer those. Definitely follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm sure we'll have lots of Hawaii posts coming for a long time because we took a lot of pictures here.
Pictures.
But yeah, so I'm super excited. We have more and more adventures coming up this summer. Probably nothing quite as exciting as this. As of right now, we still have a cruise that has not canceled on us, but we're expecting it to cancel. We'll see. But we do have some more resort stays, including Coronado.
Yeah, we have that.
We have Wilderness Lodge, Polynesian, and then early fall we're going back to Vero again. So we have a lot coming up still. So definitely subscribe to our channel to see all of that fun content coming up from Florida as well. And then I'm sure we'll eventually make our way back to California as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Because we do miss that as well.
I would love to go back there.
Yeah, it's on the list to do. But yeah, that's gonna be it for our trip to Hawaii. We had an incredible time, and I'm glad we were able to share with you guys. So thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time we go to Disney and beyond.